you walk out of Waffle House after an All-Star with that big old waffle, you're going to be way better when you walk out.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we're going to go into more about that scenario because I swear to God.
I forgot we were going to talk about
I literally was like, I'm holding this up until this date right here, and I held it. One of two ways: Slimmy profits, or we get into the playoffs broke.
That's why we go. That's why we got more games.
Scared money don't make money.
That's right. That's the motto I live by.
Dude, so I had just off the rip. We just got off of Thanksgiving, and I was thinking to myself.
Sorry.
There was a time where I was sitting there eating dessert. Thanksgiving food is Thanksgiving themed, right?
Yeah,
you have the traditional stuff here. What I had in mind, or what I was thinking about, is do certain foods taste better during certain seasons?
Yeah.
And I know you have the soups in the wintertime.
Okay, well that's right.
And whatever. But like, when I was eating dessert specifically, I was eating a pie, and I was like, this wouldn't taste good in the summertime.
Right.
At all. And I don't know why I crave it during this season.
Yeah.
Why is that? I mean, some people are weird. Some people are like, they can go for like...
I like cornbread more when it's cold outside.
I like honey buns more when it's cold outside.
See, I go for the sweeter breakfast foods in the colder months.
It's because your body craves that more.
Sugar?
That's biological.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think so? Like when I do because like Waffle House tastes better in the wintertime, and we found
that's
out.
100% fact.
Yeah.
Is it though?
Yes, bro.
Dude,
because
it does.
if you walk out of Waffle House after an All-Star with that big old waffle, you're going to be way better when you walk out.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we're gonna go into more about that scenario because I swear to God,
I forgot we were gonna talk about
I literally was like, I'm holding this up until this date right here, and I held it.
That is.
But we'll talk about it later.
Dude,
but
that was nuts.
But the fact that you have waffles, French toast, everything like that, it tastes so much better when it's between 30 and 50 degrees outside.
I actually just got done eating mini pancakes.
Yeah, I agree with
got
that,
the plate in the floor over there.
Dude. Because what would you eat in the summer? Summertime is like just bacon,
fruit.
eggs, or fruit.
Well, I want fruit in the summer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We ate so much fruit like last summer.
Yeah,
bro. Every summer.
Really every summer, but fruit and
that's why I call it
hot dogs.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's a summer food right there.
Yeah.
Is a corn dog a winter food or a summer food?
I think
It's
that's
like a fall.
That's a fall.
It's
That's
like
a fair.
It's got a little jacket on. It's starting to get ready for the cold.
When the hot dogs put on their jackets.
Yeah.
That's a corn dog.
The bun is like
the bun's like a jacket.
The bun's like a cardigan. It's a vest.
No, the bun's like a swimsuit because you still got your whole.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's why it's summertime.
Yeah.
It's like the hot dogs in a little boat ride.
That's right. That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
But no. So SCC championship, we're going in. What the spread is at 2?
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
You see us going and playing 3 games against them?
I'm taking. This is your official score prediction brought to you by Slimmy Slips. Georgia 35, Texas 14.
Bro. Ooh.
I would love for that to happen, and you were pretty close against Alabama.
You've been right a few times on this podcast. I don't see that.
So you saying we coming off at Georgia Tech?
I think so. I think
you may be right.
I think Carson Beck, he's found it, buddy, and it's on like Donkey Kong when he runs in there.
Though.
Dude,
they found it in overtime.
Yeah, from the 2-yard line.
I think Quinn Ewers has the time of his. They haven't played anybody but us, and
their schedule's weak.
I think he is fixing to have the time of his
Texas A&M
life.
does have a pretty good defense though, but they only scored 17 against.
Ain't better than Dan Jackson. Dan Jackson and C.J. Allen are about to continue their Jalen Walker about to continue their overtime greatness.
I hope so.
Into Atlanta. They're not coming to Atlanta and beating Georgia.
Well, hopefully by the time they're seeing this is all happened and come to fruition. Because if not,
that's right.
Yeah, we're gonna be on here next week.
I think Georgia's offense is. I think Frazier's running the ball really well.
So, do you think we win the Natty?
I think we play for it.
I hope so, dude.
I think Dylan Bill goes off.
I think we'll get the bye. I don't think we had to play Texas again. And I think we play Oregon in the championship.
Oh no.
If Texas let's say they beat us in the SEC championship, who stops them? If it ain't us in the playoff.
Oregon.
You think Oregon stops them?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, shoot. Bama's got to see if Bama's going to get in.
I'm going to be honest with you. You know who would stop them? Seriously?
Who?
But they're not going to be in the playoffs. South Carolina will beat them.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
They left out a good South Carolina team, man.
I agree.
Had South Carolina not folded against Alabama, they would be in it.
We didn't play them this season.
Yeah.
I'm glad we missed out on the Vanderbilt, South Carolina, and the rest of them.
Yet we still had a hard schedule.
Yeah.
But the way it sits right now, I'm not scared of Georgia playing Indiana in Sanford Stadium. We might dog them by 30 points.
Oh, we could. Yeah.
But then, you know what would happen? We just meet Texas again. The way it sits now.
What do you think about Miami?
The way it sits now, but
I think Miami does not deserve to be in.
Miami, in my opinion, they don't.
But then it comes down to who deserves it more, Miami or Alabama.
South Carolina deserves it more.
Well, I agree with that, but the debate apparently was never South Carolina.
The only reason it's not is because South Carolina lost to Ole Miss and they lost to Alabama.
So did we.
Yeah.
I know, but we also have a win over Texas.
Yeah.
And Alabama has 3 losses.
So South Carolina. But I'm with you.
Yeah.
My argument would be then who has the better loss. And Alabama's losses are Vanderbilt.
Alabama's losses are awful.
They're bad.
They're bad.
South Carolina losses are good.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
Because.
And then you just beat Clemson.
My take on this, Alabama shouldn't even be considered. After you go and get dogged by Oklahoma, bro, you're out.
You should be way out. But
Texas barely gave up 300 yards in the whole game. A total offense against them fools.
Yeah.
And you proceed to score 3
I
points.
want to play Alabama again.
I don't. We can't beat them.
No, I don't know.
That's why I want to just kill the narrative.
I don't think you can.
The dogs are hot. But no, getting back to it. So we went, and this goes back to the Waffle House story. We went to go watch Juju. For those of you who don't know, Julian Lewis, what's he ranked? It depends on where you look at.
Number 6 quarterback.
6 overall.
He's a top 10 quarterback in the nation, committed to Colorado.
Okay. We saw him this is the second time this year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Dude. Raw. He is raw, son. The first game, I was like, dude, when he made one throw that was a great catch by a receiver, but just the way he looked at it.
When you get my dad freaking out about a throw and that kind of stuff, you did something.
Dude, he could have threw it in his pistol holster and it'd have went in, just over the top. Didn't even have to just. And his dad goes, he's a freak. And we're having to tell him to shh because we're on the opposing side.
We're on the opposing
we're on the opposing side. Yeah, he's like, oh my God. It's like, it's just unbelievable. Which, by the way, Mr. R, he got on the field somehow.
Bro. Yeah, let me tell that story. So I'm on the phone with my dad. And I said, hey, where you at? He said, I'm about to cross over this bridge over here to come in the stadium. So I'm watching him cross over the bridge, and I'm expecting him to walk over to the away side.
We lose track.
of him. I'm like, where did my dad go? Me and Jonah are turned around looking because we're at the top of the bleachers. We're turning around looking, nothing. 5 minutes have gone by.
We're like 5 minutes till kickoff. That's how.
We're 5 minutes till kickoff. I'm like, well, I guess he'll come in at some point. I guess he got caught up on the phone or something. He calls me. He goes, hey, where y'all at? I said,
He's like, I'm looking at the stands. Yeah.
He said, I'm looking up in the stands right now. He's walking from the field to the track.
Through the track. He's like on the other gate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So he walks
and we're
from the field to the track. And he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
How'd you get there? How did you get...
Who let him in?
Yeah, who let him in?
Yeah.
I did that one time, but I had a coaching pass or whatever. Yeah. But, like... How'd he get it?
He's just that guy.
Anyways, this story goes on to say about about what happened after the Carrollton
game. So we leave after the game. I mean, Carrollton put on a clinic.
Oh yeah,
easily
49-13.
Yeah,
dub.
Yeah. So we were hungry. We got out of Carrollton just a little bit. Ended up in a town called Noonan. For those of you who don't know, he knows. Went to this Waffle House. Very dead Waffle House. That's why we chose it.
Yeah.
We were probably one of three groups in there.
Mm-hmm.
Dude. The last 30 minutes of us being in there, all hell breaks loose. So, I'm going to paint the picture before I explain. You have a Waffle House employee sitting where you would go place an order to go.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting on the front.
Mm-hmm.
And I could hear the banter between the cooks and them talking amongst themselves about how she's not working, how she's on the clock, she's not doing anything.
Well, meanwhile, pause.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're back there burning people's food because they're back there bickering and bantering, burning people's food. Yeah. Burnt my hash browns. They weren't even good.
Yeah.
Like his bacon was black.
Yeah, black.
like. And at this point, we're just interested in the drama.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So, this guy, he looks like he's probably like the shift lead or something. He's going over there trying to mend fences to get her back on the line to cook, to help out. Well, she's not having any of it.
Yeah.
And it boiled over to a point where, like, screaming started happening. And now everybody's involved because everybody's looking up like, oh, God. The people behind us are like, I don't know what's going on. 30 seconds after that, all the cooks, everybody leaves. Nobody in there. Nobody in the Waffle House. But the guest. Like, you look in the kitchen, nobody. Everybody's outside.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And me and us are like, we gonna get this for free or what?
And well, the guy walks by us and he was like, "Wait, which one was it? It may have been the shift lead guy."
Yeah, it was that guy.
And he walked by us and he asked us something.
He's like, we're kind of blowing it off. I think.
No, he was the guy that was like. He was like,
"Oh, did y'all see what happened?"
Yeah, he was like, "Did y'all see what happened?"
Yeah.
It's like,
we're like,
no
bro. What happened? We need to know what happened. Just in case. Do we need to go?
And then somebody asked, "Was she crying?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "I still don't know."
Yeah, we don't know what you're talking about, dude. I'm traumatized because I don't know who's coming back in here.
Yeah. So at this point, we're like, we didn't know if somebody was about to crash out and come back in, like. Nobody was in there.
Yeah.
No worker.
No worker.
We're all sitting there like looking around like
everybody up there's like, what do we do? We got done eating, we're ready to pay. And I'm like, dude, they got about 5 minutes before I'm just walking out.
But one worker came back in and me and Jonah go to leave, there's no worker in sight.
At all. After we left. Like even in the parking lot.
Even in the parking lot.
Nobody.
Y'all pay?
Yeah,
we paid. But then they left.
Y'all better than me. Wow, I would have left out.
Well, I was like, I don't know what.
I didn't know what was going to happen, but there was no worker in the parking lot, and there was one.
We left with a clean mouth. Yeah.
Yeah. I probably would have done that too, but I would have thought about it.
We thought about it. I was like, dude, I don't know what we're about. I mean,
I'd have thought about it hard.
Well, we did. We were like, because we thought we were about to have to get up and leave.
Yeah.
Like because we didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So. That was a wild experience. So,
y'all like crispy or soggy bacon?
Well,
I eat
turkey bacon. I eat turkey bacon.
I like
so if
crispy,
it's not,
but I don't like black.
I like it in between chewy and crispy.
On a BLT, I'm with that.
Yeah, like turkey bacon
kind of
has
to have a little bit of a bend, but not.
You want it to lit, what?
Yeah, a little Gillenwald.
A little bit of ED.
Yeah.
No. So, obviously December. We got Spotify Wraps and Apple Replays coming out.
Oh,
okay,
shit.
I gotta say something before you say that. Mine is gonna be so messed up, and I'll tell you why.
Brian got a hold of it?
No, I listen to music every night when I go to sleep, and it's usually like just something really soft that I put on, like just to listen to. I can't go to sleep without something on. The problem with that is I don't actually listen to it. But it's going to be like my number one. It's like, oh, you listen to soft sleep music all year long. I could probably name my top 5.
So that's what I'm getting to right here. So we'll all 3 go down the line. I want
not your favorite.
I want what you think your top 3 most listened to songs are.
Oh, song. Ooh.
And your top 3 most listened to artists.
Oh, mine?
Yeah, you go first.
What I think they are?
No, I already know. Okay. What I think?
Yeah. Top three songs, go.
Top 3 songs?
Most listened to all year.
John by Lil Wayne.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would stay. Pretty much any. I know J. Cole's going to be up there for me. And then...
But we're going 3 songs, 3 artists.
3 songs, 3 artists. John by Lil Wayne. See, I don't know when it comes to J. Cole.
Ooh, I think you might be Nobody's Perfect.
Nobody, but I'm gonna go ahead and say Nobody's Perfect or just any of the Dreamville stuff.
Jeezy might be on yours too.
Yeah, no, that's what I was about to say. Jeezy. All
right, so what's your
Standing Ovation by Jeezy?
Probably those artists too.
Okay, so what's the artist? Go for it.
Probably Jeezy, J. Cole, and Lil Wayne.
Okay. All right, you go.
Safe.
So I can definitely tell you mine from this year. Noah Khan is definitely number 1.
All right.
And again, he is my favorite, but also definitely my most listened to. Giveon, definitely number 2. Listened to a lot of Giveon this year.
And I know 3rd.
Well, I was about to throw a different one out there. What do you think it is?
Lil Baby.
Okay, yes, in a way, but I didn't listen to a lot of Lil Baby this year.
No, bro, he didn't drop.
So my number 3, which y'all are gonna be
Mexican
like,
OT.
no,
bro,
it's not anything. I listened to a ton of Maverick City Worship this year, and it's like
to sleep.
Yeah, but also I listen to it in the car a lot because their music is actually like not the old school 93.
Yeah, but he had that thing rolling until he woke up.
Yeah, so it's gonna be up there, but also like I can definitely tell you it's up there.
Yeah.
All right, top 3 songs.
I listened to Northern Attitude by Noah Khan with Hozier in it. Probably, I don't even know how many times. That's probably up there. 28 by Zach Bryan is definitely up there.
That's a good song.
And I like Zach Bryan a lot, but didn't listen to a lot of him. So he's not one of my top artists right now, probably. 28 by Zach Bryan, definitely up there. And songs.
Not to cut you off, but I did have a country one, but he didn't start until like September on in, and that was Zach Top.
See, I like Zach Top too.
See, he started late in the year for me.
My 3rd song. Oh man. It'd probably be another Noah Khan song.
Maine?
No.
Maine?
No. I listen to a lot of Maine. Maine is a good one. But Unholy Matrimony by Giveon. I bet that's on mine this year.
I don't even know that song.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
Dude, I really don't know.
Bro.
Yeah.
Posty ain't up there as an artist?
I listened to him, but...
See, I didn't have my OGs. I didn't have like Don T.
I know that the Kid Leroy is on there.
Yeah.
He's definitely on there. I know that Morgan Wallen is 100% on there.
Yeah.
And I don't know, dude, between Zach Bryan,
I For you, I was going to say Posty Wall and Zach Bryan.
What's that? Zach Bryan, Post Malone, maybe Don Toliver earlier in the year when he dropped his album.
Yeah,
I don't know if I listened to it enough to pull him through the year, but if I got to go with the third one, I'm probably gonna say Post Malone, because I listened to the crap out of his album.
See that? Gee, I don't know why I'm so tired. That's how I was with Stick Season with Noah Khan, like that whole album.
Yeah.
Like I listened to it over and over and over and over.
Now,
and then his Live from Fenway album, I haven't turned that off yet.
Now, probably top 3 songs. Oof. It might be.
Watch this. Go ahead. I'm on.
It might be "Baby I'm Back" by.
That's a good.
Kid Laroi.
The Kid Laroi.
Big Star.
Probably.
Shout out Big Star.
Yeah.
Our first viral video.
Dude, Big Star holds true to me forever. That ain't even a yearly basis. It should hold true to all of us. Shout out Kenny Chesney for Big Money.
It's gonna be a Morgan Wallen song that's up there. I'm probably gonna say if Love Somebody would have come out in about March, it would have been up there. But probably like Cowgirls by Morgan Wallen.
I Had Some Help.
Oh yeah. I Had Some Help is definitely that's my second song.
Hey, I'm gonna call. Oh, you got a third song.
I got that one, and then
This Too Shall Pass. That's Big Money Spotify.
It might. I don't. That third song is gonna be. It's gonna be hard.
If I could redo mine, it'd be Standing Ovation by Jeezy. It'd be Beulah Land.
You did listen to a lot of Beulah Land.
I might have streamed "Devil Is a Lie" by Tommy Richmond enough times for it to be top 3.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. I'm gonna call somebody, and his music opinion is all over the place. I'm gonna call Tyler, and I'm gonna see what he says about his top. Yeah, he's
okay.
I'm gonna ask him. He has no clue I'm calling him, by the way.
All right.
Put the phone up to it.
Hello?
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, are you asleep?
No.
Oh, okay. I have a question for you.
Okay.
You're live on the pod, or you're sort of live on the podcast.
No, you
right
are
now.
live.
Well, you are live. We're actually live streaming this tonight.
All right, let's go.
Okay. What are your top 3 artists from 2024?
Most listened to.
Most listened to, or like, what do you think your top 3 most listened to are this year?
What's his Spotify rap gonna look like?
Yeah, well, he doesn't have. He has YouTube.
So, I ain't
YouTube
down on
unfolded.
YouTube. Let's see. I don't listen to a lot of music, to be honest. But this year, it's a mix of Kendrick, just because of the new album. Brandon Lake, which, great worship artist. And probably Creed.
Logan guessed it. Logan guessed it.
It's for that concert, man. I had to refresh my memory.
What do you think your most listened to songs are this year? If you had to give it 3, we've already gone through ours, so
let's go there.
It's gonna be one of Creed's greatest hits, probably. I don't know which one specifically. Brandon Lake's new Hallelujah song.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think of the name of it. The one where Kendrick yells mustard.
Oh, the new one. Mustard.
Oh yeah. That's hilarious.
Okay. All right. Well. We just wanted to ask you that, but we needed to holler at somebody that wasn't us about top 3 for this year. So
I hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah, I need to listen to more music. Mostly, it's just true crime podcast. That's all.
True crime podcast.
Good.
Yeah, man.
I can give you a true crime podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
We're about to commit fraud right now.
Yeah.
There's true crime for you.
Oh, well, yeah, that'll be the next podcast episode.
Yeah, just kidding. Anyways, but I'll holler at you.
All right, y'all have a good one.
All right.
See you.
All right, we're now accepting calls. Next call is 770 B2D podcast.
Creed. But you talking about a comeback.
Yeah.
Them boys come back.
Shout out
Edge.
Tyler.
Yeah. Tyler with Creed. I knew he was going to be a podcast guy. I didn't know if it was going to be Rogan.
No, he loves Rogan.
Yeah.
And true crime.
I knew. I was like, podcast, yep.
He loves Theo Vaughn.
So something I want to start for the whole month of December.
Uh-huh.
One thing that happened this year that you're either grateful for,
We're going to call it...
not glad that happened.
We're going to call
Just
it...
a highlight. Like, bad highlight, good highlight.
So this is Slimmy's December to Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or B2D's, one of the two.
B2D's December to Remember?
B2D
I can give
yearly wrap.
just one thing?
Just one each week.
Oh, dang.
Kind of put you on the spot, but
Each week?
Yeah, one
each week of December.
Oh, each week of December. Okay, so this past week?
No, like of the whole year.
Oh, the whole year. Okay, I follow you. I was thinking
One
too
moment
hard
of the
to do
whole
it.
year.
I don't want this to be my one, but I, like, 5 months ago or so, 6 months ago or so, I am glad that this podcast started. And that's not me being all sentimental and stuff. I am glad it started.
It's sick now. As much of a pain as it is.
As much of a pain as it was. It's not so much of a pain anymore. And we got good people on board. We got Will with us and all that.
Yeah.
Gosh, guys. I am thankful. Well, I'm not trying to stay away from thankful. Highlight of my year, one of them, was being able to travel and see you play.
Yeah.
That was sick, dude. I'm thankful for that period in my life, even though it was a really weird period.
Yeah.
It was.
Really strange period of life for me, but very glad, and it was definitely a highlight to be able to just kind of drive wherever and see you play.
Yeah. Or sit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mine, this is kind of the most memorable thing was me making the decision to quit the car business.
That was definitely memorable.
That was memorable, but I'll tell you why I didn't think of it. I made the decision when I was out of the country in Puerto Rico, because weeks prior to that, I would go over and I would like chill at his house for like days on end, and I remember like I just got the quality of life back for some reason, and I took a couple of days off, and then I took that week off from Puerto Rico, came back, went back into work, did it, and then between propelling this podcast, doing this project, and then talking to Will behind the scenes, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pull the plug on it and see where it leads. And it's rough right now, but I could say it wouldn't be any better if I was still in the business.
I'm with you there. I get
so that's probably the most memorable thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably for me is making the final cut.
Yeah,
at FAMU for the whole year.
Dude,
that was a big deal.
That was sick.
I mean, it really led me to a whole lot of memories through that'll last a lifetime. But me going back in December, not knowing if I was gonna play. I mean, I didn't start off traveling. I missed one road trip, and then after that, made the travel roster and went everywhere else.
And I got to see you play.
Yeah.
That was the first time ever. Yeah, I knew. I was like, I gotta make it.
Yeah.
Over at Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, like getting to travel to all those different. That's the whole thing. The whole season is something to remember for me.
Yeah, for sure.
No doubt.
It was a lot of ups.
I was lucky enough to be a part of that, especially kind of all season, but especially near the end.
Yeah.
I was lucky to be a part of that experience for him, and it was an experience for me too. So.
I didn't know how critical it was until I mean, seeing it from a third party point of view, it was like, okay, this is something serious, because I knew you were good. I mean, far on, but I remember looking at Knox's in Knox's backyard when y'all were just like when we were all screwing around, and you were like, I'm gonna get on my knees and throw, and like you were throwing probably 40-50 yards on your knees with a baseball, like heaters. And I was like, And I knew, like, I never got to see him play in high school. I moved off.
No.
So, like, from his middle school days to now, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, it's crazy, but
tip your hat.
I enjoyed that for sure. But I got a ton of memories from this year. I feel
Houseboat.
The houseboat was lit.
That whole weekend was lit.
Yeah, it was lit.
Last weekend,
I got a concussion, but I don't even care.
Last weekend was a good time over
Last
here.
weekend was a good time. It
This
really
weekend
was.
we look for it to be a good time as well.
I think so. Yeah.
But yeah, good. And to wrap this thing up, I mean, we'll see. I'm interested to see what this year brings with the podcast. See.
Yeah.
We have a lot in store. We got some exciting news, and when the wall finally breaks and the flood comes in, I think we'll be in a good spot.
Yeah, so for those of you who have watched and followed and subscribed and kept up with us on all the social medias, we are definitely thankful for that because you're one of the first of we believe many.
Yeah, I think I know it's bound to happen. We've got like I said, we have good support from Will, our producer, but there's a lot of people behind that are waiting to see this thing take off.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I'm glad.
But
We just gotta hold on and let it go.
Hold on and let it go.
Until next week, B2D.
Yep, a lot of things coming. See ya.
Shit.